So the making of this video, it's less than 3 days before the new GTA Online Cayo Perico DLC drops and brings a huge amount of players back into the game, which have left it for obvious reasons. People get bored of the same repetitive routine. You have to amp it up a little bit, add new stuff, and that's what we're going to talk about here. What will it take for the new update to bring that amount of people back, and for how long will it last? Whenever you think of GTA Online, you think of the best open world online experience out there, because that is the reality of it. There hasn't been any single game able to top it, and that is a blessing and a curse for us gamers. Why? First of all, if there is no competition for this franchise, then they don't have a need to be better, to improve, to make new content. Now we're getting new content, that's true, but that is because there is another factor that comes into play, which is repetition. This game has been played by 7 years, like I said previously, and you have to keep the cycle fresh in order that people continue playing it. What's happening with GTA Online is that it's getting way too repetitive. People are getting bored. We haven't had an update in around a year or so. The last big update was the Casino Heist DLC, which came out last year, 2019. This is 2020. And due to COVID and the pandemic, we haven't had any new updates. We had the summer DLC, which was more like a weekly update if you ask me. Didn't bring anything of substance to the game, so that was a big bummer for people that were hoping to get some fresh content to be able to play more. And if we continue getting this kind of content, this content without substance, then sadly the game will die. Like I said, it's just a matter of time, and it all depends on how well Rockstar develops it, which leads us to the DLC that will be dropping in less than 3 days. The Cayo Perico DLC is said to be the biggest GTA Online update ever, the first one to include an open world map expansion. And when I say open world, that might be a bit of a leap, because there hasn't been any confirmation whatsoever that we will be able to visit the island, aka the new map expansion, when we're not doing the heist. However, there's a wide variety of things that need to be met in order for this DLC to be successful. The first one, we need to have a good heist. It has to be a great heist, obviously, different than all the others before, longer, with more things to do. Second, new characters. I don't want to be listening to Lester for another heist. Maybe a new heist crew. This is not necessary. This is just my personal preference. Now, on to the necessary things. We need to have access to the online map, as if we were just going to play in it like free roam. Second, we need good payouts. If the heist doesn't have any good payouts, then there's no purpose on repeating the cycle of grinding, because when you grind, you're making money. The fastest way to make money possible, you're looking for that in order to buy the new content. That's the cycle of gaming. Now we're gonna need 3 things to complete that cycle. We're gonna need a new heist, fun heist that makes it fun, good payouts to motivate you to continue doing it. Third thing, good things to buy, good motivators. We're gonna need new vehicles. There's gonna be a submarine, supposedly, new jets. We will have to see if they actually live up to his expectations. Hopefully those 3 things are met and we have a good heist. But now comes the other question. For how long will it keep us entertained? I know you might be thinking that is a very personal question and that it depends on the person that's playing. Some people get tired faster than others, some people don't. But there's actually some things that come into play here. The cycle has to be very good. The game cycle has to be different than the previous heists. Maybe add a little bit of variety. I will not go into details because I don't have anything to suggest, but they have to change it up a little bit. We've been doing this for 7 years already. It's time already they start doing something different. The casino heist was a good start. They let you actually do the heist setups during the open world gaming environment instead of having to go into loading screens in order to go into a mission preview and then actually start the mission apart from the online experience. I mean, like going into a mission separate from the online environment. That's something good they did with the casino heist. However, they need to continue focusing on adding different stuff, different things, and trying to maintain the GTA ambient in the game. Because due to the Mark IIs and all the other crazy vehicles they have added into the game, they are amazing, no doubt. But GTA is losing its core vibe, its essence, and we don't want that. Now, GTA Online is going to need this update to be the best update ever because it's already 7 years down the road and people are getting bored. As simple as that. With every new update, the first update kept the player base alive for a long time. Second update, not so long. Third, a little bit less. Fourth, a little bit less. And so on and so forth. Why? Because it's an old game. That's a fact we have to live with. And that's the question. How long will GTA last with this new heist? Personally, I started playing GTA back in 2015 when they started with the heists. It was amazing back then. We played for hours and hours non-stop. Then I quit the game. Came back 2020, 5 years later. Bunch of DLCs, bunch of heists, bunch of everything. And obviously that kept me engaged for a long time, as well as it did for many other players. And I can't say I didn't enjoy it. It was amazing. It has been a great experience. Now this new DLC, some people say it's gonna be the last one. I really don't think it's gonna be the last one. Rockstar's probably gonna try to keep GTA Online alive for the longest time being possible. Why? Because, let's be honest, it's their cash cow. This is the biggest way Rockstar makes their money. And why would they kill their most profitable thing? It doesn't make any sense from a business and marketing standpoint. And that is the blessing and the curse I was talking about. Why? Because we're gonna continue having this game that is very old. It's a PS3 port going to PS5. Let that sink in. 2 generations, 2 console generations, now 3, playing this game. Why is that a problem if we enjoy it? I know it's amazing. That's why I said it's a blessing. It's beautiful, new content, amazing updates, very enjoyable to play with friends. The issue comes with the optimization. This game is too old. There's things that weren't added to the game, that things they couldn't make the best out of because of the time it came out. It was a very old game. It is a very old game. And the graphics obviously have aged. Still looks beautiful, but they have aged. The mechanics, the combat, everything gets boring at some point. And that all could be resolved with a GTA 6. And with the new DLC, they're just delaying the inevitable. At some point, we're going to need a GTA 6. Now, this is just a matter of how long GTA Online will survive. I'm not against getting the best out of the game. I have no problems with that. But there's something from making the best out of a game, and another thing completely is milking the game. Absolutely, and that's what's happening here. hopefully we all enjoy the new DLC. Hopefully it lives up to expectations with everything that I told you guys about. I really hope it is a good DLC and we play it for as long as possible. But we really need a change. GTA 6 shouldn't be coming in more than a year or 2 years. Why? Because, like I said, the longer a game lives with DLCs, the lower the life expectancy of each DLC will be. Now, I don't think this new DLC is going to be played as much as the previous DLCs have been played, for the same reason. It's already old, people already know the game. It would have to be gigantic in order for that to happen. And I know they say it's gonna be the biggest update ever, but they always say it's gonna be the biggest update ever every time they release a new DLC. It was like that with the Doomsday, it was like that with the Heists DLC, it was like that with MC Businesses. So we will have to see what happens. Hopefully it's great, it's bigger than any other DLC and we play it for as long as possible. But it's a paradox, it's a cycle. It's only a matter of time before people get bored of the cycle and stop playing it. Shark cards are blasphemous. That's their way of making money, that's ridiculous. It's not like I buy them, I don't have anything to do with them. If you want to buy them, that's not my problem. I don't have anything against people that buy them. If you're a hacker or a glitcher, you can do that, I don't have any problems with that. But what I do have a problem with is keeping a game alive just for making money, the sole purpose of making money. That's why people have been leaving Rockstar. That's why they don't make any more single player DLCs. A lot of missed opportunities. Those have been a lot of missed opportunities, not only in GTA 5, but also in other Rockstar titles like Red Dead. We could have had single player DLCs, which would have been amazing. Imagine a DLC in which you play additional missions with the 3 main characters from GTA 5. Imagine a North Yankton DLC for single player, a backstory for Michael, more insights into his backstory along with Trevor. Imagine Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare 2. Imagine all those crazy things, that would be beautiful. And those are a lot of missed opportunities that we're not seeing because they want to keep alive their most important game, GTA 5 Online, because it makes them the most money. Now, I don't know, I can't say for a fact that this will go on indefinitely, but it probably will if people continue playing it. I'm not telling you to boycott the game, never. You can play whatever you want, you can play anything you want, but that's just the truth. I'm just saying the truth. I'm not trying to make you guys do anything, think anything, but that's just the scenario we live in. They're keeping alive a game. It's too old. Why? Because it makes them the most amount of money. Now, I understand it from a marketing standpoint and a business standpoint, but we just have to keep in mind the bunch of missed opportunities we've had with a lot of other content that could have been but never was. Now, hopefully, when this DLC drops, every one of us is happy enjoying it. That's really what's most important. What I really want is this DLC to be great and for everybody to enjoy it for as long as possible. But after that, we're gonna need something new, Rockstar. So basically what I'm trying to say is the gameplay loop is getting old. The game is old. New DLCs, new content, that can only keep it alive for as long as they bring out new content. I know you can counter argue that with Marco, there's a lot of games like Fortnite that have been alive for quite a while. Yes, those games are constantly updated. We're not talking about a yearly update. Those games are updated every single week, 3-4 months, and they drop a new chapter. That's a very good way to keeping the game alive. Plus, the microtransactions, well, yeah, you could counter that, but I mean, it's a free game, so it's gonna have some microtransactions. This is a $60 game with shark cards that really don't bring anything good to the game. I mean, if people want to buy them, go ahead and do so. I don't have a problem with that. But the game's old. That's all I can say. The thing is, yes, we're enjoying new content. We're enjoying new DLCs, new activities to bring a little bit of freshness to the game. But comparing it to Fortnite or other games is very different because nobody's expecting a Fortnite 2. Fortnite could go on forever because it's not a game that is expecting a sequel. Fortnite itself is its prequel and sequel because of the chapters. They're not gonna release another Fortnite 2. Unlike GTA, GTA is a franchise. We've had a bunch of GTA games previously, and we're still stuck with this one. Now it is really time for the next installment. Like I said previously, hardware limitations. This is a PS3 game being played on PS4 and PS5. Now just imagine for a second if they had intended to make a GTA for the PS4. Imagine the difference, the enhancements. It would have been amazing. Right now this is the best open world game out there, and this is PS3 port. That's my point. Now imagine if it had been made a GTA 6, let's say for a PS4 or even a PS5 in mind. There would have been no limitations whatsoever, well, comparing it to the PS3 hardware. So what I'm saying is it would have been amazing, and it's a missed opportunity. That's why I say it's a blessing and it's a curse. And that's what I'm saying. It's the GTA paradox. How long are we going to continue playing the game? That will depend on how Rockstar handles it, how easily people get tired of it. But that will depend entirely on you. If you keep enjoying it, you will continue playing. If you get bored, you'll stop playing. That's not rocket science. But the fact is, game's old, and we need a new one. It's about time, Rockstar. We have to end this paradox.